Greetings everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are examining significant meteorological developments occurring across North America. The Siberian Express is en route, delivering an uncommon influx of frigid air directly from Siberia to various regions of the contiguous United States. This system may result in severe cold and create conditions conducive to a major winter storm. As we approach next week, I will provide a comprehensive analysis for you. Current events, anticipated developments in the forthcoming days, and preparation strategies. Let us proceed without delay. Let us establish the context of recent events. Residents of the eastern United States may have observed an unusual drop in temperatures. Temperature anomalies in this region have consistently remained below average, whereas the western third of the country has experienced slightly above normal temperatures. Since the beginning of the year, precipitation patterns indicate significant rainfall in certain regions, notably Montana, while areas in the Plains and Ohio Valley have also experienced considerable precipitation. Prior to delving into the specifics, please subscribe, like this video, and share your opinions in the comments section. I appreciate your assistance. A significant portion of this moisture is associated with our snowfall patterns. The main snowpath has been persistently extending from the central and southern plains through the Ohio Valley and into the interior northeast, affecting portions of the mid-Atlantic. Nonetheless, regions such as the Midwest, the Deep South, and particularly the Southeast have predominantly been devoid of snowfall this season. Changes may occur soon. However, it is important to highlight the localized and inconsistent nature of the snowfall thus far. If you are a snow enthusiast feeling overlooked, remain attentive as the forecast presents promising possibilities. Let us discuss the events occurring within the next 24 hours. A ridge of high pressure is currently establishing itself over the central United States. This system will provide essential warmth to the region, particularly in areas such as the upper Midwest. For instance, tomorrow morning, Friday, January 17th, temperatures are expected to range from the upper 20s to the low 30s. That may seem cool, but it represents a significant enhancement relative to the frigid mornings we have experienced lately. Cities such as the Twin Cities, Omaha, and St. Louis will experience temperatures near or slightly below freezing at the beginning of the day. By afternoon, temperatures will rise considerably, providing some relief to residents of the Midwest. Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and Northeast temperatures will reach the mid-40s in areas such as Iowa, southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and Nebraska, while the freezing line will advance significantly into the upper Great Lakes region. If your vehicle is coated in winter debris, this presents an excellent opportunity to wash off the salt while it warms up. However, other regions are experiencing strong winds and winter weather advisories. Wind gusts may attain speeds of 40 to 50 mph in certain regions of the Dakotas, the Black Hills, and extending into West Texas. In elevated regions such as northwest Montana and Wyoming, gusts may exceed ADMEF. If you are acquainted with individuals in those regions, inform them, as such winds can result in power outages and hazardous travel conditions. A clipper system is traversing Manitoba and western Ontario this evening. This system is generating gusty winds as it transitions colder air from the north with slightly warmer air from the south. Nevertheless, the majority of the substantial snowfall will be predominantly situated in southern Canada. In the United States, areas such as the Ohio Valley, Tennessee Valley, and Deep South will predominantly experience liquid precipitation. By Friday evening, snow accumulation will be relatively minimal, with totals varying from 1 to 4 inches in areas such as the Rockies, Midwest, and Northeast. Anticipating the weekend, the situation becomes increasingly intriguing. On Saturday, a combination of rain and snow may occur in the northern Ohio Valley and certain regions of the mid-Atlantic. Cold air damming may permit snowflakes to descend as far south as Asheville, NC. By Sunday, the system persists, but the primary narrative shifts to the arrival of the Siberian Express. The Arctic blast is serious. It originates in Siberia and will advance into southern Canada and ultimately the central and southern United States on Saturday. By Sunday, it will descend to the Gulf Coast. Temperature anomalies are anticipated to be 30-50 degrees below the norm in certain regions, with daytime highs failing to attain zero in portions of the northern plains. Wind chills will be severe, plummeting to 30 degrees Fahrenheit or lower in regions such as Montana, North Dakota, and Minnesota. Frostbite poses a significant threat under such conditions, so ensure you are adequately bundled if you must be outdoors. Even states in the Deep South, such as Texas, Louisiana, and Georgia, will experience the cold. By Monday, Martin Luther King Day, wind chills will dip below freezing throughout much of the southern United States, resulting in an exceptionally frigid holiday weekend. The frigid air will invigorate the jet stream, possibly paving the way for a substantial winter storm. Nonetheless, there remains some ambiguity concerning its precise trajectory and intensity. Let us examine the models. The European model indicates snowfall extending as far south as Houston, TX, and parts of North Florida, with locations such as Orlando and Jacksonville possibly experiencing ice. Concurrently, the American GFS maintains the snow trajectory further north, focusing on the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and northeastern regions, while the discrepancies among the models underscore the system's complexity. However, it is evident that the amalgamation of frigid air and dynamic meteorological conditions will result in a significant week ahead. As we approach next week, both models concur on the presence of cold air, but diverge regarding the location and quantity of snowfall. The European model advocates for a southern trajectory, resulting in a band of snow from Texas to Florida, whereas the GFS relocates the entire system several hundred miles northward. We will persist in closely monitoring this situation and will provide updates as additional data becomes available. As of this morning, the weather nationwide remains relatively calm. Light snow is progressing through the Midwest and is anticipated to reach the Ohio Valley later today and into tonight. Nonetheless, this snowfall is anticipated to yield minimal accumulation, merely a light covering to potentially a few inches in certain areas. Simultaneously, in the western region, a flow of moisture from the Pacific is advancing toward Texas. Currently, this will solely result in heightened cloud cover in the area, although sporadic showers or thunderstorms may occur in Florida during the day. By Friday, conditions in those areas are expected to begin drying. Let us concentrate on the impending Arctic blast scheduled for this weekend. A significant alteration in the weather pattern is anticipated as a pronounced dip in the jet stream permits frigid air from Canada to advance southward. By late Saturday into Sunday, temperatures will significantly decrease across the northern plains and Midwest, with lows falling well below zero. This is the epitome of Arctic air, and it will be severe. As we approach Monday and Tuesday, the cold air will proliferate, encompassing a significant portion of the nation east of the Rocky Mountains. Certain regions may experience their lowest temperatures in years, with wind chills reaching as low as 50 degrees Fahrenheit. In regions such as North Dakota, this constitutes perilous cold. Frostbite can develop within minutes, necessitating serious attention. The frigid air will not remain confined to the northern regions. It will extend to the Gulf Coast, delivering freezing temperatures to regions that seldom encounter such cold. Regions as far south as Texas and certain areas of Florida may experience temperatures falling below freezing. The impending deep freeze will create conditions conducive to a subsequent winter storm next week, as moisture in the southern states may readily convert into snow, ice, or sleet. Regarding winter storms, let us return to the initial one. This weekend, the Ohio Valley and Northeast will experience light to moderate snowfall. This will be a rapidly advancing system. Most regions will receive 1 to 5 inches of snow, while elevated areas in the Appalachians and certain parts of New England may experience marginally greater accumulations. Certain areas, such as northwest Pennsylvania and portions of Ohio, may receive up to 6 inches if more intense bands form. This is not anticipated to be a significant storm. It is a quintessential winter occurrence. The second storm, however, possesses the potential for greater impact, particularly as it will affect regions that are less equipped for early winter weather next week. With the persistence of Arctic air, the likelihood of snow, ice, or sleet is increasing in the southern plains, deep south, and certain regions of the southeast. Regions such as Texas, Georgia, and the Florida Panhandle may experience wintry precipitation, an occurrence that is uncommon for these areas. The primary inquiry pertains to the quantity of moisture that will be accessible and the extent of the resultant impacts. Currently, considerable uncertainty persists. Certain models indicate a substantial winter storm characterized by heavy snow and ice, whereas others propose a milder, more localized occurrence. I believe we will experience a localized winter weather event characterized by lighter precipitation. The upcoming storm will not be as extensive or intense as the significant storm experienced a few weeks prior. However, it may still pose challenges, particularly in regions unaccustomed to snow and ice conditions. Throughout the week, the cold air will gradually migrate eastward, facilitating a slight warming trend in the central and southern regions of the country by midweek. Nevertheless, do not anticipate prolonged warmth. A subsequent Arctic blast is forecasted for next weekend, potentially delivering another wave of frigid temperatures across a significant portion of the country. January is poised to be among the coldest experienced in over a decade, and the conditions are ongoing. This weekend, snowfall totals in the Northeast and Ohio Valley will vary from 1 to 5 inches in most regions, with greater accumulations in mountainous areas. The Southern Plains and Gulf Coast should remain alert for updates early next week, as the likelihood of wintry precipitation increases. This encompasses the potential for snow, ice, or sleet in regions such as Texas, Louisiana, and northern Florida. These regions are unaccustomed to such weather, thus even minimal accumulation may result in disruptions. The upcoming week will be tumultuous. From freezing temperatures to the possibility of winter storms, there are numerous factors to monitor. I will persist in observing the situation and furnish updates as new information emerges. Ensure that you are subscribed to the channel and that notifications are activated. This ensures you remain informed about the latest weather developments. Thank you for viewing today's forecast. Remain warm, remain secure, and I shall see you in the forthcoming update.